Cambridge International Examinations. Cambridge Primary Checkpoint. Science Paper 1 Specimen Paper 0846/01 for examination from 2014. 45 minutes. Candidates answer on the question paper. Additional materials: pen, pencil, ruler and calculator. All living things have different life processes. Write down the life processes in the table next to the definition. The first one has been done for you. Definition: life process: responding and reacting. Sensitivity: producing young offspring. Reproduction. Turning food into energy. Respiration. A flounder is a flat fish that lives in the bottom of the sea. Name one feature that you can see in the drawing which makes this fish suited to living on the seabed. Okay, the drawing has got many features. It's the way it is, its mottled skin is for camouflage. And its eyes on the top is for hiding from predators, and finally it's flat. Okay, so feature is flat. Explanation: to hide from its predators. These fish can be caught by fishermen with a rod and line, or by dragging large nets across the seabed. Which of these methods is most likely to conserve this variety of fish? Explain your answer. Okay, dragging large nets across the seabed is wrong, as many fish will be caught, but using a rod and line, yes, it will conserve the species, as only one fish will be caught. Question 3. The Earth rotates on its axis. Write down how long the Earth takes to make one complete rotation on its axis. 24 hours. 1 day. Which of these sentences is true? Tick one box. The sun does not. Tick one box. The sun does not move. Yes, the sun does not move. The sun goes round the moon. No. The sun orbits the earth. No. The sun travels around the earth. No. So the first statement is correct. Coffee has built an electrical circuit. So this is the electrical circuit. The lamps are off. So what does coffee do to turn on the lamps? Coffee has to press the switch. Okay. In the space below, draw the circuit diagram for this electrical circuit. Use circuit symbols. Okay. So, let's draw the circuit diagram. Yeah, so this is the diagram. Complete these sentences. Question 5. Cables and wires need to be good electrical conductors. They are made of copper. For safety, wires are covered with materials that do not conduct electricity. The wires are covered with rubber. Any material that is a non-conductor is an insulator. Rosie is playing a drum. She increases the pitch of the note made. What does Rosie have to do to increase the pitch? What does Rosie have to do to increase the pitch? Take one box. Tighten the drum skin? Yes. Slacken the drum skin? No. Strike the drum harder? No. Strike the drum softer? No. So the first one is correct. B. Tick the correct box besides each sentence. True, false. Sound can travel around corners. Yes, sound can travel around corners. Sound can spread out in all directions. Yes, that's also true. Sound cannot travel through solids. No, that's false. It's a false statement. Sound can travel through solids. Sound can travel through liquids. Yes, that's also true. Sound can travel in a vacuum. No, that's false. Elana is investigating the melting point of different salt solutions. She makes a salt solution using 10 centimeter cube of water with a known mass of salt. She puts the salt solution into a freezer and leaves it to freeze. She takes the frozen salt solution out of the freezer. She measures the temperature when the frozen salt solution melts. She repeats each experiment. Here are her results. So this is the result table. Mass of salt used in grams, and these are the grams, and these are the experiments and all of the data. What happens to the frozen salt solution when it melts? It turns into a liquid. What is the melting point of pure water? 0 degrees Celsius. Complete the sentence about the pattern showed by the results. Okay. So, the greater the mass of salt in the solution, the lower the melting point. One temperature in the second set of results does not fit the pattern. Which temperature? Simple, -5 degrees. Why did Elana collect two sets of results? She did this to make it more reliable and accurate. Samir is flying a kite. There is a strong wind blowing. The picture shows the forces on the kite. Okay, this is A, B, C, and D. Which letter shows the gravitational force on the kite? Okay, gravitational force. The earth is down and the earth is what's having the gravitational force. So it's most probably it's the letter C. Which letter shows the pulling force Samir exerts? Now, the floor is here, gravity is over here, Samir is over here, and he's pulling it from D. So, it's letter D. Which letter shows the pulling force of the wind? Now, the wind is over here pulling the kite. So, it's letter B. Which two forces balance? Circle the correct answer. Now, it's not B and C, C and D, and D and A. It is definitely A and C. The strength of the wind increases. The kite stays in the same place. What happens to the pulling force that Samir exerts? The pulling force increases. Question 9. Here is some information about a food chain in the sea. Penguins eat fish. Fish eat green plants called plankton. Use the information to draw a food chain in the boxes. Okay, so the producer is the first. And then it's the primary consumer. And then it's the secondary consumer. So we can write it as plankton is eaten by fish, which is in turn eaten by penguins. Here is some information about a food chain in a woodland. Owls eat small birds. Small birds eat insects. Insects eat tree leaves. Use the information to complete this food chain. Draw arrows to show the direction that energy is flowing. Okay, leaves. And then after which, an arrow which is eaten by small birds. Oh no, not small birds. Insects. Which is eaten by small birds. Which then is eaten by owls. There. Gyno knows that birds have hollow bones like a tube. This helps birds to fly. She is investigating how the diameter of hollow tubes changes the strength of the tube. Here is her apparatus. Masses, tube of rolled paper, and of course the floor. Here are her results. Okay, this is the table showing her results. Which diameter tube is the strongest? 16. Gyno says her results are not very useful. The investigation can be improved by using different materials for the tubes. Write down 2 other ways Gyno can improve her investigation. Okay. She can use different sized tubes. And she can repeat the investigation. Why can hollow bones help birds to fly? As hollow bones are lesser weight. Question 11. Chen crushes some coffee beans into a powder and adds boiling water. Why does the water turn brown in stage 2? So this is stage 1 and this is stage 2. As a solution is made, Chen then filters the mixture of coffee and water. Some brown solid is left on the filter paper. Circle the statement that explains this. Okay. The brown solid. So let's see. All of the coffee powder is soluble? No. Then why would there be brown solid left on the filter paper? Some of the coffee powder is insoluble. Yes. All of the coffee powder is insoluble? No. All of the coffee powder is frozen? That's silly. Use these words to complete the sentences about stage 3. Filtrate, mixture, residue, solvent. The brown solid on the filter paper is the residue. The brown solution in the beaker is the filtrate. Chen heats the brown solution. Half of the water evaporates. What happens to the color of the brown solution? Okay, goes colorless? No way. Becomes a lighter brown? Well, what happens to the color of the brown solution? Half of the water evaporates. What happens to the color of the brown solution? Well, no. Stays the same color? No. Chen heats the brown solution. Just a moment. 10 heats the brown solution, half of the water evaporates. What happens to the color of the brown solution? Okay, half of the water. Yes, it becomes a darker brown as it is a concentrated solution. Sarah and Joanne are investigating the distance seeds can be dispersed. Here is the equipment they use. Okay, this is the seed, this is the fan, and this is the ruler what they're using. Sarah drops a seed near the fan. Joanne measures the distance the seed moves. They repeat the test for 5 more seeds. They want to make it a fair test by always using the same size seed. What 2 other factors do they keep the same? The 2 other factors are the same type of seed and the height which it's dropped. Here are their results. Seed number, distance in centimeter. Now, B. Plot their results on a bar chart. Okay, so these results we have to plot it in this bar chart. The first 2 have been done for you, like this. Okay. Whew. The third is seed number 3. It's 8.5. So it's somewhere halfway through. The second is seed 4, which is 8. It's exactly 8. The next seed is seed number 5, which is dispersed 4.5 centimeters. And the last seed, which is seed number 6, is dispersed 9 centimeters. There. Sarah thinks one of the results may be wrong. Which one is it? Yes, the result which is wrong is seed 5, as all the seeds is dispersed in a higher centimeter. The dispersed length is in a higher centimeter, except seed 5, which is 4.5 centimeters. So maybe it's wrong. These seeds have all been dispersed by the same method. Circle the correct method. Animal dispersal? No way. Explosive dispersal? No. Self-dispersal? No. Water dispersal? No. And the correct one is wind dispersal. Gennaro makes the following mixtures in his kitchen: cooking oil with water, salt and water, bicarbonate of soda and vinegar, sugar and water. Complete the table to say what happens to each mixture. Tick the correct box. Okay, Mixture A is cooking oil with water. Now, chemical reaction? No. Makes a solution? No. Does not react or make a solution? Yes, as oil does not mix with water. B. Salt and water. Chemical reaction? No. Makes a solution? Yes. Does not react or make a solution? No. C. Bicarbonate of soda and vinegar. Chemical reaction? Yes, it's a chemical reaction. And the others are no. And last, sugar and water makes a solution. Which is irreversible? Well, bicarbonate, or we can just write C brackets bicarbonate of soda and vinegar. Why, which is irreversible, is C. Now, why is it irreversible? As the chemicals have reacted. It formed a solution. Write down how he could get salt back from B. Simple. He could evaporate the mixture and take the remains.